Welcome to the Gorgeous Gray podcast. I am Nicole Scott, your host, registered holistic nutritionist, rest mindset coach, author of the Gorgeous Gray movement, and the co-creator of the Menopause Reset program. In this podcast, we have real conversations about aging as a woman and all the pressure and uncertainty we feel as we head into menopause and beyond. Let's face it, aging is not an easy conversation to have. But I say it's time to talk about the messy middle and offer hope when we feel like giving up on ourselves. Let's talk about our fears around gray hair, our muffin tops, and even our dry, itchy vaginas and everything in between. I will help you reconnect to your feminine energy and offer real solutions from experts in their field to navigate aging as a woman. I believe we, as women, deserve to shine even brighter in this next chapter of life. So with a sense of humor and a lot of compassion, let's dive into these vulnerable conversations. Hi, everyone. It's Nicole Scott. In this episode, you get me 100%. And I am going to dive into having really storytelling about my second book that I participated in called From Passion to Leadership. So I'm going to just read you the chapter. This was a really hard exercise for me to do. I remember getting the phone call from my best friend, Melissa Hyde. She said, I got this idea of putting in stories of, average people doing extraordinary things in business and leadership. And I thought of you. And it was her idea. It was her baby. I was, so grateful that she asked me. And then from there, then the hard work was to happen. And I thought it was going to be pretty easy. I thought I was going to be able to bring my old writing style into this and just, tweak a few things. Well, that wasn't the case. Our book coach, Catherine Mora, she was like, no, we're going to do a different writing style totally. So my brain was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. So yeah, I had to go through another whole growth experience. English language isn't my strongest suit. Writing isn't my strongest suit. But I was up for the challenge and I was coachable. And so I want to read it to you. It took a while to kind of get the words right, but you're going to hear my chapter. It's chapter 19. If you're watching my video on YouTube, this is what the cover looks like. You can get it on Amazon. And my chapter is called Surviving to Thriving by Nicole Scott. I'm not interested, Mom, I yelled through the phone. Why does she keep pushing her snake oil pills on me? And when I've already told her no for months. Plus, it's a network marketing company, and she knows I would never dare join after watching her fail in 6 different network marketing companies. No, thank you. She didn't get it. I was a nutritionist and I already ate well. I didn't need her fruit and veggie pills. I ate my fruit and veg, and I knew better. Although I was sure I didn't need help with my diet, my reaction came from deep within. I could feel a lump in my throat and the tension behind my eyes threatening that tears were about to break through. Strong girls don't cry. Suck it up. My trembling voice betrayed me and the tears started to flow. Mom, I feel so lost. I am dealing with another breast infection. The baby's hungry. The house is a mess and Ella is screaming in pain with another ear infection. The cordless phone pressed to my ear, I paced along the cold hardwood floor in the living room, nursing Sydney and keeping an eye on Ella as she sat on the couch, gazing at the TV. Mom, I'm exhausted. I never thought motherhood would be so hard. I miss you. Mom, I wish you lived closer so you could help me. I knew she had no idea how I'd been feeling and what I'd been going through. But now the damn wall was broken and there was no stopping me. I cried. I need you. I have no energy to be a mom anymore. How did you ever survive raising 4 kids as a single mom? I cried. Mom, listen quickly as I continued. I miss my work, my friends, my old life. I dream of getting out of the house, blasting music in the car on the way to work. I miss my freedom and having my own money. I miss dressing up and feeling confident. I said all of this as I stared at the reflection in the window, noticing my stained, worn out pajamas and realizing I also really needed a shower. I feel trapped and I find it hard to breathe. Will it get better, Mom? Mommy, 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 Alice screamed in the middle of the night. I winced. Dear God, please not another ear infection. This would be the 5th ear infection in months, entailing more antibiotics and sleepless nights and requiring more patience than I had. Enough is enough. Off we went for another trip to the pediatrician for more drugs. There was gotta be a better way. This can't be normal. My mummy intuition and a friend's referral desperately led me to a local naturopath for a second opinion. This is going to be a waste of my time and just an expensive appointment, I thought as I sat impatiently in the waiting room trying to entertain a 9-month-old in her car seat. Finally, the naturopath turned to address my nervous anticipation after all the tests. Alla has approximately 75 food and environmental allergies, which are caused by a leaky gut, and she has an immune system that's compromised. What? I gasped. 75? Are you kidding me? My body felt heavy, my heart was pounding, and the room got hot all of a sudden. I felt so sick to my stomach, and I just wanted to cry. What had I done wrong? Why didn't our family pediatrician catch this? What the heck is a leaky gut anyways? Immune compromised? Really? Is that even a thing? Can we fix her? Will she ever get better? What does this all mean? I felt my head spinning out of control. I could barely catch my breath. Panic started to set in and I was angry and I wanted answers. What happened to her body? What could I have done differently? Mommy guilt was sinking in fast and I blamed myself for the state of her health. With baby number 2 coming in less than 7 months, I needed to find answers. I could not handle another sick child. Reluctantly, I snuck back to my corporate sales job in the food industry for 6 months right after we received Ella's diagnosis, so I could secure another year of maternity leave. You did what? My shocked husband said when I told him I'd registered for a 12-week night course to learn more about nutrition and cooking healthy food for our family. How can you possibly add one more thing to your plate? You're uncomfortably pregnant, you're working full time, you have a big commute, we have baby Ella, and you're completely exhausted. Secretly, I knew he was right, but I was a mom on a mission. I was now cooking scratch meals and eating very clean and healthy. We were making some progress with Ella's health, but we stood out among our friends and family. I just wanted to fit in. I said to my husband, why does this have to be so hard? Why can't she just eat the damn birthday cake and candy like all the other kids? I feel so bad for her. Ella, put those candies down. You can't have them. Over and over again, I would say the same thing, like a broken record, and I felt like such a bad mom. I wanted her to feel normal like the other kids. Why does eating differently feel so uncomfortable? I really cared what people thought. I did not want to stand out. I did not like all the extra attention and the questions. Over the years, the struggle was real. I was juggling 2 babies and a new way of feeding my family. I was exhausted but highly committed to helping Ella become healthy again. You signed up for a 2-year nutritional school program on your 2nd maternity leave? My husband gave a resigned sigh. I'll support you if you really want this, but it will be a lot of work. Are you sure you're ready? At home on my knees with my hands in prayer position, I looked up and asked God, why me? Why Ella? Why this hard life? Please guide me on what I need to do next. My mom is coming. My mom is coming, I shouted out. She was arriving within a week to help us and attend my graduation from nutritional school. Yippee! Prayers answered. Thank you, God. All I could think of was extra sleep, helping hands for the kids, and all the home-cooked meals she could make for our family. I could already taste her hearty chicken noodle soup hitting my lips and nourishing my deficient, tired body. The babysitter arrived and we headed to my grad. They called my name and I anxiously went on stage, reached out with my hands trembling, and accepted my 2-year nutrition diploma with honors. Now what? What will my future hold? Will I ever make a corporate salary again? Will people actually pay for my nutrition advice? Me? Can I make this work? How do I make this work? Or will I have to go back to my corporate grind? I'm scared. As I sat peacefully nursing Sydney on the couch in the basement, I watched my mom sneak the DVD in the player. Really, Mom? I gave her a big eye roll. I knew this was going to be a big Juice Plus pitch again. She was determined. My sneaky mom was getting me to watch a sales pitch while breastfeeding. I only watched half of it, ready to unleash my criticism, but no words came as I began engrossed in the videos. I was impressed by the famous Dr. Sears reviewing the research and hearing the stories of the impact Juice Plus had on children. It took me by surprise, and I gave myself permission to wonder, could this be the answer to my prayers to help Ella's health? My heart racing and self-doubt flooding my brain, there I was sitting in the boardroom of the Canadian Juice Plus office with my mom, signing the franchise partner agreement together. Nicole, what are you doing? You promised yourself you'd never sign up for one of those companies. I was 100% skeptical about network marketing, but really curious about the product and what it might do for our family. Without my mom knowing, I called my best friend Anita, who is a holistic nutritionist, to test my daughters and me through live blood analysis before we added the Juice Plus capsules to our day. We were back in Anita's office 4 months later, waiting anxiously to see the results. Secretly, I wanted her to tell me this was a waste of money. That was not the case. My mom was right. Oh my God, Nicole, check out your results. She was so excited. Everything's improving, including Ella's immune markers. This is great news. How are you feeling? I told her I had more energy. I had let my healthy lifestyle slip over the years. So now that I had that back and added the extra nutrition, I was staying up longer, running again, and the kids had fewer sick days. I was starting to feel like myself again and had hope for the first time in a long time. Anita was so impressed, she signed up as my first franchise partner, and my new business was born. Where would it go? I had no idea. All I knew is I wanted to help my friend Anita win in this business, and so I was open to learning how to build our franchise. I was starting to win in my network marketing business, but I knew it was not enough to keep me home. I used to bring home so much more as a corporate woman. I was so grateful for my $2,500 a month residual income, but it was not going to cut it in order to keep up with our lifestyle. My frustration grew in the business and I got stuck at the same level for 4 years. I felt paralyzed and embarrassed by the debt I was building. I knew I was playing small in my business by not showing up consistently, and I was scared to lead a team. What if I failed my team? It was easier to avoid them to help them. I listened to top leaders preach about the importance of investing in yourself and showing up to events, conferences, to be loud and proud. I used every excuse. I'm too busy, my kids are too young, I don't have enough money to attend events, and secretly I thought I was just too cool for this business model. I was holding myself back and I knew it. Bye-bye, girls, I said, and I kissed them as they anxiously walked onto the school bus. It was their first day to their new school. My first chapter of parenthood was closing. They both would be in school full-time and I would have the day to myself. That reflection of now what was building in my heart was so scary. Holding back the tears as a lump in my throat grew. I waved goodbye to them. Their little heads stared out the window, their faces unsure and scared. I turned my head and started walking up the long country driveway towards the house so they couldn't see my tears pouring down my face. Why is it so hard to let them go? I dreamed of this day for years, to have all day to do what I want, but I was so sad and empty. Now what? I thought again and again. What would I do to stay home and still make enough money to support our family's future? A week after school started, the dreaded conversation with my husband finally happened. Nicole, you've got a year to pay your $20,000 debt and show me that you can make something out of this network marketing company, or you're going to have to go back to your corporate job, said my frustrated husband. I understood his frustration, and it was go time. I needed to do this for my family, and most importantly, to prove to myself I was worthy of success again. I was in love with the results it provided for my customers, and my team was amazing. It was just me holding myself back. I knew it was time to level up and do the high paying activity because there was no way I was going back to my corporate job. 6 years after I started my network marketing business, I found myself sitting at conference on a Saturday morning with my family, head pounding, mouth dry and pasty, nursing a hangover. My amazing team was sitting in the audience waiting to cheer me on, and I wanted so badly to make them proud. I was so grateful. So many had flown to the US from Canada to support me. I heard my name being called from main stage. Sweating profusely, heart pumping, I wanted to run away. It was my turn to walk on stage and tell my story about how I got to a top leadership position, and I just didn't feel ready. I was so scared. I will screw up. I will embarrass myself, I thought as I forced myself to get on stage. What could have been the happiest moment in my career felt like deception and deep sadness. Behind the scene, my marriage was crumbling, my drinking was out of control, and I was broken. I did not feel like a great leader, and surely I was not worthy of this new title. A year earlier, desperately trying to save my life, I laid in bed after another big fight that led me to contemplating taking my own life. My dark thoughts rolled over and over through my confused head. Again, I found myself on my knees asking for God to show me a sign. My body lit up in gold, and the warmth of God's love poured over me, something I had never seen or felt. I was bawling my eyes out and in shock and questioning what just happened. Yet the message was what loud and clear. I had more work to do in this lifetime. Here you go, Miss Scott. Congratulations on the purchase of your new townhouse. Here are your keys. It was a cold December afternoon when the movers pulled up, along with my two best friends, to help me settle into our new home. My new single life was about to begin, and I had so many questions running through my insecure brain. Will I ever find love again? Will my kids ever forgive me for leaving? What's next? I knew something had to change or my money was going to run out fast. I still didn't have a big enough paycheck to cover all of my bills. Lying on the couch Christmas morning, kids dropped off at their dad's. The house was empty and cold. I already missed the noise, the coziness, my children, Christmas as I always knew it. The big question began swirling in my head again. Did I make the right choice? I no longer have little girls' voices in the background. No little feet running up and down the stairs. No, hey mom, can you come here? It was just me and my thoughts and my self-doubt. Now what? The first year was an exhausting blur of emotions. Their broken hearts were part of my broken heart. My pain was my nudge, and I knew that I wanted it to be different. Enough is enough. I need to seek help. I picked up the heavy phone and heard my mentor's voice answer. Hello, Mitra, I said. I'm ready to take the business to the next level so I don't have to go back to my corporate job. I need help. I need this to work. She asked me, what is your why? I gazed out the window at the townhouse around me, contemplating this question. My mom was a single mom with 4 kids, and we struggled hard and even had to use a food bank at times. We didn't have much, and I heard no a lot when I grew up, and I did not want that life or that cycle to repeat. I went on to tell her that I was willing to do what it took and to earn an inspirational income. I knew that I wanted to raise my girls on my terms, and I wanted to say yes more often. I was done living paycheck to paycheck. I wanted to have extra in the bank so I could start traveling more out west to see my family, who I missed so much. I wanted to contribute to others in need, and I'm ready and hungry to become the leader I was meant to be. I said to her, I just need guidance. It was a relief to say out loud what I had been holding inside for so long. Mitra paused and then said in a gentle voice, Nicole, take a deep breath. Close your eyes and imagine what you want your life to look like, to feel like. Stay with me. Keep breathing deep and really feel it. Who is Nicole? What does she look like? How does she show up for herself, her kids, her team, her community? Where are you living? How often do you travel to see your family out west? How many customers do you have? How big is your team? What do your holidays look like? Are you single or with a loving partner? Are you happy? How much money do you see yourself making? What will you do with this money to serve others? Tears of hope filled my Kleenex for the first time as I sat with her over the phone in a meditative state, connecting to my why. and what my future could look like. I felt excited and I could really see and feel what was possible if I truly started to work. Nicole, I believe in you, and you need to start believing in yourself, said Mitra. This is your time. I want you to work on yourself every day. Personal development is the difference between great and mediocre leaders. If you invest in yourself daily, your business will start to grow. Promise me that self-care will be your top priority because you will have the energy to take care of the daily tasks of building your franchise. Deal? Deal, I said confidently. Mitra planted a seed in me that day that started to grow. It was go time. More self-development was required. I was going to prove to myself and to my girls that this mama bear was worthy of a life of freedom and achieving her dreams. I knew I wanted to impact more families with better health and help more women make supplemental income to help them achieve their dreams. I went to work, I showed up, I got brave, and I focused on having a helper's heart. It was a rainy Friday morning when I got the news from corporate that our team had achieved our big, audacious goal. The first person I called was my best friend and top leader, Melissa Hyde. She answered the phone and I screamed out, "Oh my gosh, OMG, we did it. The team hit PMD plus. Thank you so much." We giggled and screamed over the phone together like little kids winning a race. Remember when you started working with me and we used to say, what if a lot? What if we could make enough to pay for a car payment? What if we could get a free trip? What if we could pay our mortgage? What if we could afford a trip for our family? Melissa remembered and celebrated with me. Melissa, our dreams, our what ifs are coming true. Thank you, friend, for trusting in me and believing in my leadership. I can't wait to help you keep growing and help you achieve more of your goals. We're just getting started. I hung up the phone and I ran upstairs to share the news with my love, Brad, and the girls that this mama bear had achieved her goal. Jumping up and down, we hugged and danced in the hallway, celebrating together the pure joy of hitting such a huge goal. I sat alone on the plane and gazed out the window at the cold winter in Toronto, headed to Mexico to visit my mom and bonus dad, Jim, for 6 weeks. Pinch me. I reflected on my new life. My dreams were coming true. A huge smile spread across my face. Wow, Nicole, you're only 51, and now you have the freedom to play in this big, beautiful world. This is my dream board incarnated. I did it. I was able to take 6 weeks off to hang out with my parents and shop for a vacation property in Mexico. All because I finally listened to my mom and did not quit on myself. Mitra was right. Daily personal development was the key to breaking through fears and believing in myself again. My 7 years post-divorce were a painful exploration of darkness that was necessary to go through to explode into the light. The butterfly emerged and proved she could accomplish that which she believed in. Was it hard? Yes. Was it worth it? Heck yeah. As my plane was about to land in Mexico, I finished up my PowerPoint presentation about my journey to the top. My final slide was pictures of my new life, including my blended family of 7, the new adventures we had taken, my new book about going gray, and the new condo we were planning to buy in Mexico, all because I said yes to network marketing. Mom, Mom, I shouted in the hot Mexico airport, waving my hands in delight as I spotted her signature silver hair and purple streaks sparkling in the sunlight. I ran to her full of kid-like energy and gave her the biggest hug. I whispered in her ear, "Thank you, Mom, for being brave and sharing the Juice Plus business. Who would have thought that network marketing would change your lives forever? I can't believe you finally bought your dream home in Mexico, and to think we both considered quitting when it got hard. I can't wait to see your home and shop for my dream vacation property with you. I get 6 weeks to play with you in Mexico. What a gift. What a dream we have created." Mom just smiled and squeezed me tighter. "I knew you could do it," she said. "Now let's go for a swim in the ocean." So that was written just over a year ago. So I'm 52 now, and I am officially in Mexico with my partner, Brad. We did buy that 3-bedroom condo with ocean view. We are in the same town as my mom in Mexico. We are meeting new friends. We had all of our friends over. for celebration. We've had friends staying here, and it just is like a place where people come to play, to enjoy, to celebrate. And isn't what life is about? And so I just want to say, as I close off on this episode, thank you for listening to my vulnerable story. Thank you for hearing my heart. It was a really cool undertaking to write my story and get it into words so that, one day that one person will read it and I will inspire you to do something, whether it's network marketing or to develop your own business. But, from somebody that was so darn skeptical of network marketing to, so many of my products today are bought through network marketing, through the products that land and resonate with me and meet my values. I like to support other entrepreneurs that are out there sharing and caring. And I am pretty excited. And if any of this lands for you, if my story lands for you, if you're curious about wanting to get some information on the Juice Plus products, which I have been on now, I'm heading into my 18th year. Oh my gosh, like 18 years. I will put the link below so that you can order our products. And we're in 26 different countries, which is kind of cool, right? I built my business starting in Canada. I have a large business in the United States, building here now in Mexico, and we are in many other countries as well. And then if you're interested in the business opportunity, if you're a woman that are like, you know what, I'm open to the opportunity of at least having a conversation with me, there will be another link to book a session that we can have a one-on-one, and I can introduce you to what I do to see if this is a fit for you or not. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed my story, my heart, my vulnerability, and may you support other business entrepreneurs, whether it's in network marketing or any other small businesses. That's how the world works, right? Supporting small business and allowing them to feed their families and pay mortgages. And I really learned that, especially coming down to Mexico this past winter, is supporting the locals, right? Supporting the locals, because it truly is feeding their families, and so grateful that we get to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If this landed with you, make sure that you share it with somebody that really needs to hear my story today. I want to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If this message landed for you, make sure to leave a review and tag me, Nicole Scott, at Gorgeous Gray Movement, and make sure to share with your friends. You can head over to my free Facebook community, Gorgeous Gray Movement, or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more inspiring interviews. If you are still struggling and need additional support, you can take a look at my website, nicolescott.ca, and learn more about my new Menopause Reset program that I'm so excited for. Until next time, ladies, be well and own your sparkle.